Happy Tuesday, everybody. That's right, the month of sauces derived from other sauces. This one is gonna be derived from a brown sauce, but with a twist. We're gonna do a roasted pork chop with a sweet corn cheddar cheese polenta. And we're gonna make a classic gastrique, which is kind of derived from the brown sauce, except we're gonna be using chicken stock instead. Let's just roast the pork chop, baby. So first, we're gonna make this gastrique. We have to take a little bit of water, sugar, and dissolve the sugar in the water so that we can caramelize the sugar. We're gonna make a caramel brown. The water's gonna evaporate, the sugar's gonna be left, and then it's gonna start to caramelize. We're gonna get this sweet caramel flavor. We're gonna take our pork chop, we're gonna season it with some paprika and garlic and thyme, salt and pepper, and then we're gonna dredge it in flour. One side, medium hot pan, little bit of oil. Shake off the excess flour, just a light coat. And then we're gonna saute this sucker. Once it starts getting moving, the flour is gonna create the color. We're gonna pop it in the oven and finish it. Wanna cook it like medium, however you desire, but medium, all the juices are still in it. Well done, all the juices are, who the fuck knows? So you wanna be very careful with this gastrique, with the sugar, because the sugar, the water dissolves fast, and the sugar will caramelize and then burn like that. So don't walk away from it. Trust me. So now the water has dissolved. Now the sugar's on its way to caramelization. See how it's starting to turn colors? You want to even it out, or else you're gonna burn half of it. See how it's starting to turn brown? That's what we're looking for. Again, not the right time to walk away. We definitely can put the pork chop in the oven though. Don't flip it, leave it. We'll flip it later. That way we have two different textures when we eat it. All right. I have white balsamic vinegar. You can use red wine vinegar. You can use white vinegar. I like the white balsamic because it has a fruitiness about it with the acid that we need to sweet and sour this gastrique. So now we're gonna pour the vinegar into the sugar, and then we need to cook the sugar into the vinegar so that it dissolves completely and also gets off the bottom of our pan. So we put the sugar in, we put the vinegar in, and now we bring it to a boil because we need for the caramelized hard sugar to dissolve into the vinegar. Once that's dissolved, it's gonna take a few minutes. The polenta, 2 seconds. So that's why I'm not starting it yet. I got a big pot of chicken stock going on right here. That's gonna be the base of our sauce. So if you remember, chicken stock, that's the finished product. Let's get something to scoop it out with. Chicken stock. We have that nice caramel color. Now would be a good time to start the polenta. So we're gonna take our pan, heavy cream, about a half a cup. And what I did was I took cream corn from the can with a little bit of water. And that's gonna be the base of our polenta. A little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar. I want my polenta just a little bit, not sweet, but the sweet is gonna offset the sour. Let's check the pork chop. Look at that. See, it's still kind of rare. Now is the time we flip it over and I'm not even gonna put this back in the oven. I'm just gonna stick it up here and let the hot saute pan do its work. Right now it's like medium rare-ish. Now be careful with the cream because if you walk away from that, it'll all over the place. We're gonna stir in our cornmeal. Let's try it first. Yeah, a little sweet, seasoned correctly. Stir in our cornmeal. Go a little bit at a time. You can always add more. Can't take it out. The more it cooks, thicker it's going to get. But we want some body to it because it has to hold up our pork chop, no? Just keep folding it in, folding it in, folding it in. And then all of a sudden, see how it's getting thick? Also, if you can see, I have the little bits of corn from the cream corn in there. Let that go, let that go. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of our roux. Again, I took a little chicken fat and flour and cooked it together to make a roux. We're gonna use that to thicken our gastrique. That's gonna give us some body. You don't want too much flour and roux in this thing because you don't want it tasting like wallpaper paste. It's pretty much finished. We're just gonna add a little bit of salt just to bring out the last bit of those flavors that we're looking for. All right, that's done. And then this polenta, as you can see, keep cooking it, keeps getting thicker. It's amazing. At this point, we're gonna add our cheese. White cheddar, sharp white cheddar. And then I'm gonna finish it with some scallions. And there we have it, some nice, creamy, thick, cheesy polenta. All right, we're gonna take our gastrique. We're gonna put it into the pan that has our pork chop in it. That way we can deglaze the pan and get all the juices up. And also the juice from the pork chop, as it rests, it bleeds. So that'll thin out our sauce just a little bit. Plus we get all the flavors of everybody in the pool. So we're gonna take our nice creamy polenta. We're gonna take our pork chop. Perfecto. And then we finish it with our sauce. How about some edible flowers? And here we have it. Pork chop, polenta, gastrique. Happy Tuesday.